Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Down goes Duncan Hunter. Down goes Duncan Hunter. Yes, this is Representative Duncan Hunter, who is pleading guilty to one charge of misusing campaign finance funds. So now, remember, he was charged originally with multiple counts of campaign finance violations. However, he got a plea deal. And so, yes, he is pleading guilty to this, to something that he had called originally a witch hunt. Note the irony. So now, he and his wife had used over $250,000 in campaign funds for their own personal use. That is a big no-no. Some of the things they used it for were dental bills, meals, vacations, tuition, and even flying the family's pet rabbit, Egbert, across the country. Which, by the way, kind of a cute name. Okay, anyway. So now, look, this is Republican donor money. And so part of me is like, hey, man, look, go ahead and waste your money on this guy. You get what you deserve. But at the same time, before I get to that, actually, one of the reasons that I do say that is because he was literally under investigation during the time that he was running for re-election. And so it's not like this just suddenly came up. No, he was under investigation for a long time and had, talked about it and said, oh, it's a witch hunt. Nothing happened. I didn't spend that money. It's very clear that he did illegally spend that money. He should not have done that. So, I look, if you're a Republican, you got to be embarrassed, right? At this point, again, because he is pleading guilty to this. Now, there is, of course, a reason to that. He threw his wife under the bus. Now, that is one person you probably should not throw under the bus, especially if she's involved with your crimes. Now, nonetheless, in Fox News, this is what he said. Quote, when I went away to Iraq in 2003, the first time, I gave her, my wife, power of attorney. She handled my finances through my entire military career, and that continued on when I got to Congress. She was also the campaign manager, so whatever she did, that'll be looked at too, I'm sure, but I didn't do it. So, wife, under bus. So, now what doomed him is not only throwing his wife under the bus, but also using some of that money to pay for his own affairs. I doubt she was very happy about that. And so, look, back in June, Hunter's wife, Margaret, pled guilty to conspiring to misuse campaign funds back, like I said, back in June, and was going to testify against her husband in January when there was a trial. So now suddenly he's like, oh, no trial. Okay, I'll plead guilty, but I'll only plead guilty to one count because that's all I did. Okay, well, that was enough for prosecutors. So now I just want to say, Donald Trump, you might want to pay attention. This is what happens when you throw everybody under the bus. So now, Hunter, Duncan Hunter, he probably will be going to jail. We don't know. He hasn't been sentenced yet. And so during an interview, Hunter said this, quote, whatever my time in custody is, I will take that hit. My only hope is the judge does not sentence my wife to jail. I think my kids need a mom at home. Where's the fathers? Oh, right. Going to prison. You might have thought about that before you threw her under the bus or stole that campaign money in the first place. Probably shouldn't have used that. I'm just saying. So, look, asked about his seat, he had this to say, quote, we're going to pass it off to whoever takes the next seat or takes the seat next. I think it's important to keep the seat a Republican seat. President Trump right now needs more support than ever. And President Trump is maybe another person who might be going to jail. Maybe, hopefully, because again, he is a criminal as well. And so, look, here's the thing. I hope that Republican voters in his district, and I know it's not very likely since they voted for this criminal, but I hope they realize, oh, maybe we should stop supporting criminals that support Donald Trump. I don't know, man. I hope maybe progressive can come in and show them what a non-corrupt politician looks like. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.